Yo. Hello. Love from India. I'm the real Shanta. This Shanta's an imposter who took over my body and is acting like me. Please help. Okay. Okay. So, I've been building something that backtests data. And as said, today we're gonna do a 1K attempt, 1K signature verification. Wait, I probably have to log in again. So we're gonna try a 100 1K challenge today. Gonna be fun. So I built something here. Yes, I built something. Let people strom in for a minute. Hey maat, goedemiddag. Love from Pakistan, love back. So I've been working on something that gives more probability. So I backtested years and years of data. And this is what's rolling out right now. Can't even read it. So on the 4 hour, Tuesday has been green the last 3 or the last 4 Tuesdays even. I think it's worth a shot. Also the fact that we're still holding above. So I'm gonna open $100, market buy 200x, 0.2 Bitcoin, and let's see if we can get to 1K. Why balance? Because there's slightly more in the account. It's neglectable, but yeah. So yeah, let's see. The 4 hour looks to be holding. Sort of a bit of a backtest try this, to be honest. So this gives a lot of data of what's happening, where we're at, what we're seeing. So Tuesday up. Of a lot of backtested data. So let's see if it is right. It's actually for high time frame. It's something I'm working on. I'm on 200x right now for this. I'm long. It's a 200x long, as you can see on the screen. So how has everyone been? How's everyone feeling? By the way, guys, 170 people already. Feel free, actually don't feel free. Press the damn like button. I'm making that app myself, Thomas. No, I don't put SL, especially not if we're doing 200x with $100. There's nothing to stop loss, to be honest. So it's something I've been working on myself now. Let me get it off screen, because otherwise I get a million questions about it. I was like, where's all my stuff? But this explains a lot. That explains a lot. So Tuesday, the last 4 times has been up. Let's put it to the test and see if today is another green Tuesday. So I'm gonna try to trade off the probability. Why not put SL? Bro, the moves that are needed for this and the in and out time are so small. You can try to put a stop loss at a 200x move, but it's nearly neglectable, man. Where are you from? I'm from the Netherlands, my friend. Dutch. I'm shorting from here. You can. But logic dictates that the last 4 Tuesdays have been green. Wednesdays are negative. Heavily negative. So Tuesdays, Saturdays, Sundays have been green. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday have been red. Do with that logic as you please. I'm just dropping it here. And that has been going on for the last 68 to 72 times we've seen this same price. Or at least we've seen... $45 likes, 200 people. Brother, you saw that build? No, I just started building it a couple days ago. I'm working on it myself, and as soon as I have optimized it, I'm not gonna sell it. It's gonna be for free because that's as you all are used to, or as everyone is used from me. I do stuff for free. So yeah, let me optimize it first. And then we can see how we're gonna do it. But it's probably gonna be for free for everyone, same as we always do our stuff. We don't have a lot of news today. We have 4 events active. So there's a high confluence. That's also in there. So what it says is, we're in a bear market. The bias of today is up with a 52% confidence score. And the average move up that the Tuesday does is 1.7%. I think it's pretty interesting data, to be honest. Might be wrong, but at least now we can statistically explain and statistically underline why XYZ happens or what was the expectations. Yeah, it still is a valid entry. If you look at the screen where we are, so combining that with the current price action, we're still holding this low after a shift down and back into the range. So if we do something, it's either rejection or breakout from here. And on the hypothesis of the legacy data, it should be a shift out. We're just putting the theory to the test. I'm not making the rules. It's just a fun journey to build stuff, you know? Building indicators. So for the 100 to 1K challenge today, we're in the first trade right now. And yes, there's more margin in the account. But the first trade is with 92 margin and we're up $30 as of now. Not great, not bad. It's okay, you know? Can we see 64K today and bounce from there? I would expect either 66.4 or 62. 64, I don't see that much confluence. So I would be amazed if we... Oh, wait. 66.5 would make sense indeed. Well, where's my toolkit? Where are my tools? Yeah, I think it would go somewhere here. Yeah, if. We'll see. Hopefully your probability will play out. We're holding it so well. Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm not blindly taking this stuff. But if I look how good we're holding, and even though after we tried yesterday, and the thing is, let's be honest, if we try again at this peak, 72.4, bro, where's my toolkit? There are my tools, finally. So if we would retest the high, or not even the high, but if we would go to 71.4 again, we're already up 3%. 3% is more than 500% on the port. I would take it. That brings us to 5,600. First trade is short, and what's the entry and stop loss you use? Bro, you hit 0 things right. We're in a long. That's up $50 right now. Take profit, we have to manually see. And stop loss, there is none. It's a 0.3% move that we could maximum take before liquidation. So GG, Ronnie, 0 out of 3. Guys, 200 plus people here already. I'm feeling good about today. We might fail. That's why most people are here probably. Because, yeah, that's how it works. But hit the like button. It's the only way you can free help us and support us. As said, we try and do as much free as possible. And in order to maintain that, we need all the help we can get. And in this case, it's, yeah, in the form of a like would be greatly appreciated and of great help. So why did we take this trade? And before everyone starts yapping and doing, so are you longing based on past week's data? So now I'm longing on the last 70 Tuesdays, which have a probability of 52.5% of going up. And the last 4 Tuesdays has been going up. So 2.4% up, 3% up, 0.1% up, and 3.1% up. That's the last 4 Tuesdays. So this is not just a random guess. This is something I've been thinking about doing for a long time, and now finally have a first draft ready. And it's only based on historic data. Why don't you come live on YouTube regularly? My friend, I'm here Monday to Friday, almost every week. I don't know what you find regular, but yeah. Yeah, okay, whatever. Liquidity is nicely stacking to the upside. Doesn't necessarily mean something. Half the question just rate baiting. It's funny. Yeah, it seems like it. As long as this line holds, there's no reason to panic. They might pressure it under it for New York opening. Can you please explain? I'm building that indicator myself. So there's for you probably zero way to get that data. It's something I'm building myself with a team. And trust me, it's not easy to build either. So yeah, we're working on it. Would it make sense to put not than 200x but 10x 63.3? The reason is 63.3. I would put it either at 64.1 or at 62.1. But what I would do is I would take this as multiple entries. So if you go under 66.3, try again to enter. Or you can either do 66.4, 64.1, or 62.1. But the question is, when do you invalidate it and when would you look for re-entry? So You could have that as a stop loss. It's not a level I'm seeing. Hey, Robin Hoods. Please don't argue with anyone. I'll do my absolute best. If all of you spam the like button, I'm gonna focus on trading today. I want to focus on trading anyways. So now we're trying something based on probability. The thing is, my system works and I'm highly profitable, but I'm trying to find ways that I can make my system easier to understand and also easier to teach for other people. If it's via indicators or other tools or whatever, I haven't figured it out completely yet, but that's what I'm working on and what I'm trying currently. So bear with me. We might take some failures and might get kicked in the shins quite a bit, but we will figure it out, trust me. I know the previous indicator wasn't what we expected from it, but when do you expect it reaches 75k? I don't know. Goedemiddag, man. Goedemiddag. I don't know when it reaches 75. Like today could be good. $73,200 would be insane. Dun, 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 dun. It's holding this level so nicely, combined with what Tuesdays have been doing previously. It would, honestly, for me, it would make so much sense for it to go up. Of course, this market is... Now I put the TP at 73. I don't know if that's realistic. I think more realistic, we could look at 71k, because that's the high of yesterday. And if we go bananas, it's going to be 72.1. Anywhere within that region would be a realistic take profit. But if we like what we see and we like the movement and the momentum and we feel that it could continue, there's no reason. I have PTSD because of this music. Bro, imagine me. Are you rage baiting me or is it a compliment? Thank you very much, I guess. Yeah, this music is heavy PTSD. At the E leg of an expanding wedge. If you say so, I blindly believe you. Yeah, New York Open is going to be fun. If we survive New York Open and we actually choose a direction, that would be great on itself already. Right now, we're still holding the lower level. We've been holding it for days now, which could be bullish. The structure itself isn't that bad. It's a compliment. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, so take halfway TP. Well, today is a bit of an odd day. I'm trying to do 1k or 100 to 1k in a single day. So I'm not going to be very risk averse in this one. So everyone, one, it's non-financial advice. Secondly, only do what money you can lose. Thirdly, it's for entertainment purposes. And try to learn from the hypothesis and the things that I'm saying instead of trying to actually make money of me trying to 200x, 10x my money. Because with 200x and 90 margin, you would need a 6% spot move total that you absolutely snipe in order to accomplish your goals. That's going to be rather hard. So we will take multiple trades, multiple entries, etc. What's your leverage? Currently it's 200. Do you also trade ETH? No, but I like to look at ETH's liquidity. And currently you can see that we're stacking quite a lot of liquidity to the upside. Which appeared rather fast, to be honest. And the last hours have been rather tame in terms of liquidation. So now we're consolidating under the 69k range. Absolutely boring. Stinking warm up 200 already. Close 75 to 80% and you're good again. Max Weiner. Do you trade gold? Nah. Nah, I'm not touching it. So if anyone likes what we're doing, here's the link. You can trade with us there. What size do you use to look for liquidity? I'm using an indicator. One is I look at this. It's aggregated trade. It's completely free. Secondly is a free indicator. It's the liquidation levels by Leviathan. This one, liquidation levels by Leviathan. It's free. You can just add it. And then I run it with 3 charts simultaneously on the 30-second time frame because 30 seconds gives it the highest accuracy. So I cycle from 5 minutes to 4 hours to 5 seconds on this with a bit of a mixture, which I have here strength and average trading ranges with CVDs. And I like to look at confluences. I don't have a fixed indicator or a fixed thing. I just want to see a lot of things point in the same direction, and that makes me believe something is true or not. Hey, are we dumping today in New York? It might not, to be honest. What was your starting capital? $100. It's now 92 plus 22 profit. Let's go to 100 to 1K challenge. Take a fair guess. What do you think of Addis or Quantitative? All these programs could give you an edge if you know how to read them. But in the end, it's about risk management. Listen, everything can give you an edge. If you can read something very well or see patterns or see stars or see... Listen, if you're good at drawing green sheep and those green sheep work for you, it's amazing. Everyone can be right. If I now click... I think it's going up. I have 50% probability of the fact that it's actually going up. It's about how I manage when it's not going in my direction. That's where there's the kicker and there's the fun. Skinwalker, hello. Do you use FIP tools to measure the price moves? No. FIP tools are way too interpretable. Do you focus on news? No, news doesn't move the market. News is always priced in, guys. News doesn't move the market, or it has to be insanely extreme, but then still it's mostly priced in. I don't make the rules. Listen, you can tell me a lot, but not that a market maker would be sitting there like, oh shit, CPI is bad. Oh well, let's sell this stuff. Come on, let's be realistic. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Okay, 100 likes, 250 people. Amazing that we already have 250 people in here. Less amazing that it's not that many likes. But yeah. Okay. Just a hunch? Well, that's why I'm explaining this trade. So we're holding this level for a couple days now, which makes this level a lot stronger. It's also a pretty decent level already, consolidation under 70k. Secondly, the last 4 Tuesdays, we've seen a pump. If it goes near lick, kill, you add margin or fix for challenge, as should be. One is as should be what? Because it doesn't necessarily mean that because you say something I should do something. Secondly, this is the first trade, so the margin is 92. The liquidation, if it goes to 67, I will let it definitely liquidate, but I have to calculate as soon as we go more than 50 or 70 down, I will kill this trade and start with the second 100 because I have like 400 in this account. It looks like too difficult to press like. Yeah, apparently it's biting. Can I be a guest in your stream? Of course. If you want to be a guest, I'm open for guest appearances, guys. Started watching you a while back, but have to say, You're one of the better traders I've watched. Greeting from the south of Holland. Well, then you're probably close to me. But thank you very much. Listen, in the end, everyone can be a good trader as long as risk is in check. And it's mostly about a probability of a price doing X or Y. Like now, I'm going off of the basis that we have seen 4 green Tuesdays. So the probability of us going up is more than 50%. So the total composite of everything is 56% bullish right now, which is pretty high. Not gonna lie, it's pretty high. It's worth a shot, right? Trying to see if we can actually substantiate why we're seeing stuff or why we're thinking stuff. That for me is one of the most interesting things and one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Just so that we... looked like my screen froze. Can you see which wallet was sending BTC on the recent bear trend? I have not tracked the wallets. I can tell you that it's probably Wintermute, BlackRock selling over Coinbase. And that Coinbase will add spot pressure here. So you have a couple of levels to these wallets. It's not just... Yo, man. What's the necessity for a $60 5-second candle? Tranquilo, eh? So, hello camera. So it's not just... What people forget is those guys don't sell spot. So all the ETFs go through an ODC desk, which means over the counter. So it's slowly released to the order book. You won't even see it in the order book mostly, but orders will be fulfilled in regards for them to fill. Ciao, Luca. So it's a bit more of a complex process. You have 3 things working. You have the ETFs and the over-the-counter. You have the spot market. And you have the futures market. Over-the-counter is really hard to track, but you can track the wallets. And Coinbase is the only one. People say, yeah, Coinbase is selling. Bullshit. Coinbase doesn't sell. Coinbase is the only global custodial wallet license holder, which means that they are the only one who are licensed to sell in the US for all these big hedge funds and all these ETF guys. So Coinbase don't sell shit. It's the guys that actively depositing to Coinbase, which are mostly the BlackRocks of this world. Let's have a good week. Yeah, I'm up for it. It looks to be rejecting the 69. Meh. But why? Most Tuesdays have been bullish. I don't think so that market is going to move upside today, just a guess. Yeah, and the fact that you say it's just a guess, that's why I'm doing this. Listen, guys, it might go wrong and I might get fucked on this. But now at least I can statistically explain why I'm taking a trade. Now it's on execution. If I can statistically explain why I'm taking something, I'm already 3 or 4 steps ahead. Yo, Philip, did you bring the paint? My entry is 68.5. That's a good entry. So yeah, previous life, you always seem to understand the market's pose and know when to adapt, which is rare and valuable skill. Thank you very much. Sometimes I'm too stubborn. I'm gonna be honest. I might be too stubborn sometimes, and I want to prove that I'm right and that. Slightly less than ideal. But yeah, everyone has an ego problem, I think. Otherwise, you're not sitting here trading live. He is guessing. I'm guessing too, but at least I can explain where my guess comes from. So why we're taking this trade before everyone is going to say, oh, I told you so, come with reasoning. I'm only going to take trades based on reasoning from now on. Look, we're holding this level on the 4 hour. We tried to break out, we rejected, but we didn't go deeper. So this is a higher low, theoretically, twice. From this higher low, we also had on Tuesday narrative 4 last Tuesdays that had an upwards move. So that means that Tuesday has backtested as bullish, right? There's no significant news. The data itself should theoretically be bad for currency. With the data being bad for currency, should mean that we should move up. Good arguments for both sides today. Best argument for the downside today to me is simply filling more of the weekly wick, but long got more juice. People want 74. Not just that, it's also liquidity. So what I can see in terms of liquidity stacking, the upside is getting thicker than the downside. Which means that more people are short than long. And powered at a higher rate. 65, then 74. Not to mention on the 5-minute changes bullish and prices holding above the bullish order fair value gap. Might be. So we can argue both sides as long as we have an argument. And now I'm looking at historical statistics and they are saying, yeah, the probability of us going up is higher than we're going down currently. Even though we're in a bear market. Hi, Master X. What are you thinking today? Okay, let's do a different chat. 280 people. Type 1 if you're bullish. Type 2 if you're bearish. Let's go. Speak up now. 67, 67. Okay. It took some time before someone started commenting 67. 3, I'm neutral. That's also fine. Nothing wrong with neutral. Yo, SBG, you seem to be very confident of your case, my friend. You have a bit like I don't know. Feels like you can see in the future or what? Again, guys, trading is not about always being right. Trading is about a probability. And now the probability is a bear market. So we have calendar events, lunar event, pivot detection, streak detection, volume, RSI extreme, session analysis, volatility context, show multi-show event confluence, and last for occurrences. So they all weighted in here. Which is pretty awesome, to be honest. It's starting to look like something really cool. He's a seer, yeah. What tool is that? I'm making it myself. So this is a tool that I haven't released yet. I'm building it. It's called, I'm now naming it BDC probability. So it's nothing yet. It's just something I'm testing and seeing if the data is accurate, etc. So it will be, yeah. It will be there for the community, but I need some time. Indeed, 20 minutes for New York opening. So we know me and my bladder. Let me go to the toilet now. In the meantime, let's aim for 200 likes. There's only 60 more. So I'm gonna pee. Then we're gonna talk chart some more. And then let's prepare for New York, boys and girls. I missed a bit of a pump, didn't I? Thank God it retraced already. Long rect, see at 65 before next leg up. Don't fall in smart bounce. Yo, SBJ, you're starting to... I don't know if I'm the only one, but for me it's getting slightly annoying. Yeah, it's a new challenge, Erno FX. Yup. I was feeling that. Thing is, he might be right. He has approximately 50% chance. But at least I can explain. UD Satoshi. Short again. Really? Really, Hoochie? Really? PSC of the movement is in 68,655. Convergent with feeble retracement, the golden zone. The higher probabilities grab this liquidity, right? Not per se. USDT at same level as last bear market bottom as well. That's interesting. I didn't know that. What should you recommend to look at, get more knowledge on the market? Is there some tutorial on YouTube or websites to keep updating on? I'm working on educational content as we speak. So that will be there. And currently I have no resources or nothing I could tell you or show you. Because, I don't know. We need you full strength. Yeah, I need myself at full strength, my friend. Market is not doing much. And this makes me doubt my position. Please don't sell courses. Bro, I'm never going to sell courses. Like I said before, I don't need the money from courses. I would love it if you guys trade with me and you can get benefits, discounts, protection, whatever you need. Protection in terms of when your funds get locked and we can help with exchange issues, etc. But yeah, there's no way in how I'm ever going to sell anything. I don't need course money. I can make money trading. I don't need any courses, to be honest. I do this for fun and that I want to help and teach people something. Most tokens barely moving? Yeah. What do you see on the high time frame? That's a bit of a mixed one. I on the one side see that we still have a wick fill to do. So the high time frame would tell me that we need to visit at least the lower 60k region. But we have the same issue towards the 74, 75k. So statistically, it's a bit of a coin flip. It's a fun one, but it's a bit of a coin flip. These ranges are the hardest ranges to trade because they will shake you out of every single dollar you have by up, down, up, down, up, down, wick here, wick there, wick here, wick there. It's, oh man, it's really tricky ranges, especially if you have less experience. Or this is going to be your first bull market or bear market. If this is, guys, if this is your first bear market, the most important thing you can do is protect capital. Start scaling in safely like I'm doing with one of my bigger accounts. The 250k account. I'm just scaling 61, 56, 51, 46, 41, 36, 31. And just 2-3 Bitcoin at a time. Jim Cramer, just said that Bitcoin is neither a store nor value hedge against inflation. So inverse Kramer, so bullish for now. Good old Jimmy Kramer. This is slightly too bullish for my liking prior to New York. Not gonna lie. Let me have a sip of water. Listen, I don't trust this pump at all either. But for now it's pumping and the theory is working. Yo guys, 350 people, 150 likes. Let's get those 200 likes because everyone who took the challenge trade is up $150. So more than 2x port. I'm doing a challenge, guys. If you want to be safe, and I'm not going to keep repeating it. If you want to be safe, here's a good point to de-risk some, right? You could even bang 100. Make sure you don't get liquidated and you doubled your port today. Easy money, right? It's more than my full-time job, buddy. I'm doing this 14 to 16 hours a day. I'm lucky to be able to do it full-time, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love trading, man. Fully love it. Especially on days like this. This is... It's going slightly too fast, man. What I said, green candles go up like an airline and it will fall in haters' ass. It's your words, man, not mine. Oh, it's hard to join a Dutch tree because I'm at work. I'm sorry, my friend. That's the advantage of me not working. But it's also it's New York session, you know. So we have a confirmation of buy on the 5 minutes. We have a confirmation of buy on the 15. We have a neutral on the 30 minutes. Which means we are definitely on the bullish side of things. New candle opening in 1 minute. That's going to be the make or break it. Either they're going to trap it to Valhalla, or they're going to retrace the whole move. It's one of the two. So again, guys, if this money means a lot to you and money is scarce, take the 150, say thank you, and have a nice day, you know? Don't over risk it that you don't need to take that risk. New 5 minute candle. This is going to be a doozy. Because they might just retrace the whole move immediately. Why? Because that's what the market has been doing lately. Why? Because bulls show no conviction. So it's impulse dying off. Impulse dying off. So it's a short burst of strength in which they take some liquidity from shorts. But since the predominant or primary move is down, it's short-lived, you know? Because I think they liquidate like 5 to 10 million here. Yeah, 8. Pretty solid, guys. They tap into this order cluster, I can tell you. You see? They're tapping into this red. Ideally, they're going for the 70.8. Because that's the last red cluster. And then 71.5, but that's... Ooh, man, that's a stretch. Discord. Easy, Tiger. Bro, I have not seen you send me something. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they've taken that cluster. But at what time frame is it, my friend? Can I send you money from Penton to Albank to trade with you? Yes, you can. Is it worth to add more to long? I wouldn't add more to my long position prior to New York opening. Okay, I have to look at this later. I'll put away my iPad. It's holding better than I expected. So I'm gonna state the absolute freaking obvious thing. So please don't lynch me for this. New York can do two things. It could go up or down. Yeah, pretty damn obvious. But I have a feeling that the first move New York chooses might be the definitive move because of the low volume. So the scam wigs and the scam hunts are way less nowadays. Waar kom je vandaan? Limburg. Let's keep it at Limburg. They will do zigzag. Listen, yesterday I thought at one point the chart would even move to the left. That's why we quit earlier yesterday. Today I have a meeting, so I have to be off at 6. That's why I started earlier. But yesterday was rather tremendous. That was rough for my mental health. Nothing happening. And then we scam pumped up. Yeah. Still hovering. If it doesn't retrace more than 50% of this... I wasn't even done talking. I couldn't even finish my sentence. If they stay above 50% of this move up, I'm bullish. But, yeah. Huh. So guys, if you've taken profit, you would be at $250 right now. And for sake of the challenge, I didn't. What you think about live captions, if possible, that turn on, man? I have no clue what you mean with live captions. Brunsum, absolutely not. Left level. What is a left level? I did, thanks, you're welcome. Markets are green today. I'm assuming that the markets will be green today indeed. It's my assumption. The last 4 Tuesdays have been bullish. Bro, I have to go somewhere where the chart is clean. So I can at least take a decent picture of this. As long as we're above 69, I'm rather happy. Yeah. Come with the puns. What did I have to buy at Phantom to send it to L-Bank? I think you can buy almost everything. You can send Bitcoin, USDT, USDC. I normally don't work that way. Till what price we can retrace at this trade to be safe? I would say break even. It would be stupid to let this go under break even. Still, my hypothesis that we are bullish today. Even though a pre-New York pump is mostly not the most bullish sign. Especially not since we now retraced the whole fucking move. So we go up 1%. We come down 0.6. Another day at the beautiful office. That's why I go to the 4-hour time frame, then it looks like nothing happened. Huh. How much leverage? 200. You can read it on the screen. Probably heard something of taxes of unrealized P&L in the Netherlands. Is this true? Yeah. That is absolutely the most insane thing I've heard almost ever. So the Netherlands is now wanting to tax unrealized profits. So that means if you have unrealized profits on trades, on positions or whatever, or for example, you're holding Bitcoin, they will tax that as well. It's absolutely insane. So imagine you bought Bitcoin at 1K and you haven't sold it yet at 10K. You will be taxed on those unrealized profits as well. In the Netherlands, they find a way to tax you on everything. And if they tax you on everything, they find something above everything to tax you on that as well. So you have to pay taxes. Then you have to pay VAT. Then you have to pay road taxes. Then you have to pay water, etc., house, municipality. And then if you die, you have to pay taxes over that as well if you wanted to give it to your kids. So if I would die and I would want to give my family my money, they would have to pay between 20 and 35% of the money that are already paid taxes on. That's it. It's ludicrous. The Netherlands finds ways to tax you even after you die. It's crazy, right? It has already paid all the taxes, all the inflations, everything. And then if you manage to have money after you die, then yeah, they tax you on that as well. Then press the like, you will be sent to... Yeah, press the like button or your tax regime will go to Dutch. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. 30 seconds still, New York. It's a good volume cluster up here. 74. Yeah, most of the move is retraced. Boo. They tax like that in Denmark too. Yeah, Denmark is probably similar crazy. I think the highest tax rate in the Netherlands, New York opened. The highest tax rate is like 52%. Or maybe even more. And that's just, those are crazy numbers for me, to be honest. I see green, and I'm jinxing it as I say it. '74 is very high confluence area to short for me as well. But I would love to long it to 74, to be honest. It's fighting so hard to stay up, and then 3-5 second candles are like, nope, back to hell. Oh man, that was a green candle. Come on, that was a scam. That was 100% a green candle. You can't scam us like that. We saw it. We all saw it. Scammers. They're fighting right now. They definitely are. Looks like the Bulls are losing again. Yesterday we bounced off air support twice, which was rather amazing. What price if falls do you close the long? Probably break even. These are scandos. It's not even candos. It's gonna jump off a bridge, isn't it? This is exactly why I call to close. Don't say I didn't warn you about 6 times. Okay, Discord, buddy, I'm trying to stream. I appreciate it, but... And of course I didn't listen yet. That's fully on you, my friend. This first candle is great. It's ugly, it's down, there's pressure again. Didn't do anything bullish, so it's exactly as expected, I would say. It's ugly as hell. Now it's still just flopping around a bit, and then probably the second one they hit it to the gates of hell. Low volume, insanely low volume. That's what intrigues me. The volume for a New York session? It's pathetic. Probably have to wait the 4 o'clock pivot. Probably. What SEP you use? What liquidity are we talking about, my friend? You can detect them both 400 BTC. Yeah, they're trapping it. Stop loss to break even? Not yet. I'm probably gonna do it manual. $250K USDT minted. I think 250 million is what you mean, my friend. Yeah, I'm probably gonna re-enter lower. I'm gonna look for re-entry lower. Yeah, we pressured too easily under the 68. I want to see this retest, maybe 68.3. See if we go there, like slightly under the previous dip. 68.340. Good close, by the way. She. First move of the false move of New York, right? Right. Man, it's immediately going for it. 1.5% dump. Casual New York opening. You're not gonna tell me that they're gonna front run this order, right? My point of view behind it, I try to do 100 to 1K in a single day. It needs to be risky. If I close partials, I'm not gonna make it. I told everyone, like, take the $150 and call it a happy day. It was more than 2xing the port, 2.5. But systematically, right now, if I want to try to make this, I can't do it. You know? Ah, come on, one more little press. And then we reverse. How much did we liquidate? Only 6 million. It's not enough. Come on. Come on. Only $30 more. Then you can reverse. Come on. Bro, really? Really? Volume coming in? Yeah. My entry might not hold. Oh no, not for the second time. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna move it lower. Because if it loses this level, it has to push down more. Probably gonna hunt under the previous low. If it's going down. If not, then it's gonna hold. But if it reverses, it's gonna reverse from lower. Otherwise, we have missed it, and I'm gonna be very, very sad. Okay, I did not expect that to happen. Yo, what is this? Like New York opened 2.2% down. Immediate imminent pressure. In the first 15 minutes. First 15 minutes is 2% down. That's crazy, guys. It's absolutely crazy. It doesn't look like it's done, to be honest. It's too easy. What the dump? uncalled for. Typical New York, huh? So New York opens with a 2.2% casual dump. Casual, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. It's just, you know, New York always opens with some flair. It's an instant stampede. If it doesn't bounce here, I'm gonna run away really hard. I always know how to nuke the chart. Yo, a nuke is an understatement. And they might reverse it first 15 minutes. Oh, this candle needs to hold or needs to retrace. A lot has been liquidated, so it would make sense. But yo, I type 1 second on the other screen. Let's see if we get a V-shaped recovery. Probably we won't, because yeah. Why would New York make sense? So it either starts pumping or it absolutely annihilates us the next candle. There's not much in between, to be honest. So next candle is slight make it or break it. You haven't seen anything remotely bullish again, have we? It's a crazy candle, man. Crazy 15-minute candle. Absolute insanity. Come on, give us a bit of a V-shape hope, you know? Instead of immediate... Okay. No, it's more pressure. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense, I guess. Yeah, why leave any hopium, you know? Why not just go directly 64k? Volume is green, candles are red. Influx is good, candles are red. Doesn't really necessarily matter what the market does. We will go down anyways, apparently. Coinbase is stepping in. That might be a sign. I'm gonna try to get out of this break even. I'm gonna try, but it's looking highly unlikely by the second that passes. It's so much pressure. These candles are, they look small, but these are absolutely huge. These are 0.5% plus candles. Look at this. This candle is 1.13%. They're huge. Absolutely huge. Can't even press the button fast enough. Single candle on 0.2 Bitcoin moves my price $20. So I gain or lose $20 in a single 5-second candle with 0.3 Bitcoin. That means that these candles are just $100, $150. That's insane. It's absolutely insane. Why are you long, bro? because the last 4 Tuesdays have been an average move up of more than 1%. So based on that theory, we longed. So it's statistically proven. So you can have an opinion on it, but yeah. Man, these candles are so stupidly big. 0.6% plus. It becomes more and more untradeable. Absolutely untradeable. And this is the exact reason why I said take profit prior to New York. Take the 150, say thank you, and leave. It's the most ferocious market I've ever traded in more than 7 years. And that says something. I can see 65 coming as well. I'm just trying to get out break even. I probably won't, but... because of the infinite pressure glitch. There's zero position that you can hold that will slightly survive in this market. But don't forget, they looked for the low yesterday and then violently reversed it upwards. We did this yesterday, yeah? Keep that in mind. I'm not saying it's going to be the same pattern, but look, we went to the almost same pattern here. New liquidations, we might go lower until they start with the over leverage longs. It might be one of those days where we see zero or not a single green in New York again. This market is so insanely trippy. I want to close, but I don't want to close because it's just finding its feet, but it might go lower. But it could also be a sweep of the lows. Oh man, that's the thing with this market. It really scams you out of your position. It looks like the bottom is holding. Theoretically, I should hold this position. Theoretically. But the probability of it going lower is also so high. That makes this so insanely difficult to trade. Yo, how can this small candle be $40 difference? That's impossible. Either aggregated trade is completely off again, or... Yo, Vic, if you start texting me, get out, since when are you trading at all? So now even my social media people are getting involved and saying you should get out. Have I missed the newsletter? People are getting wilder by the day, I swear. Here, get out. If it pumps now, it's on you, Vic. Vic, a word, please. We have a 1.5 week long discussion about trying not to get influenced and trying to educate people here about that it's fine to have an opinion, but only have the opinion if you can explain it. And then your team starts texting you, get out. Mad. Absolutely mad. No. This is worse. This is my team. Okay, I guess we have to hunt for lower now, guys. What feels safe? 674? Finally, everyone join with me. Yo, buddy. I'm just gonna put you in a timeout for 10 minutes until you behave like a regular human being again. And Vic, you're not allowed to say anything trading related for the next year. Thank you in advance. So that was $300 more. That would have been another 100, 150 profit. But we're consolidating under the low of the previous candle, so no harm, no foul yet. Got the long at 61.8. When did you close your long? Well, when my team started to have an opinion. Do you have any positions? Sorry, just join. Check on the screen, man. Your team should trust you. Oh, well. Maybe Solana short. Can you explain why it chose that low? It's the bottom of this wick. So we could also go for 67.9. Problem is if they go for it, they overshoot it. And now the 4 hours underneath this level. So it might even go 66.4. It's at a tricky position, guys. So for me, it's really hard to find an entry now. Yeah, 65.6 was indeed a big rejection. Okay. Guys, you have to make a choice. First move, false move. Right? Don't get me wrong, this is insanely... System still says that we're going up. But this is a stupid entry. Absolutely dumbass entry. But I don't want to miss the move either. Okay, we have to wait how it develops and see if we can re-enter somewhere. It's good that I didn't close the trade. Well... Hey, Shanta bro, what's up? I'm good. How are you? Think market bad today? Might be. It can't break the 68.6. What could save? What level could possibly save this? 67.3. That is what makes sense. 67.3 is a level that makes sense. Let's see if we go there. And I know it's a 1.5% dump more. And yes, I want a long. I actually want a long here, but I'm just too afraid underneath this range that we rejected. But it feels like New York is not pushing lower. Hello, Tuda. How you been, my friend? This is the annoying part about having to implement risk management and stuff. Now I'm just sitting here waiting. Perceive the movement 68.969. Looking positive for me, not gonna lie. What, that we're going up? Well, the thing is, it's rejecting under this level here. It might break it, but until now it looks like it's rejecting it. Would you short this or long this without risk management? No, I would have longed it differently. So I would have start longing it and then have limit orders more down. But I can't do it with 200 eggs and 130, 140 port. I can't spread them far enough. That's my issue. I'm sorry, guys. This is against everything that would make sense. I'm probably getting fucked, but I'm gonna market long this. I have to try and see if we can get the breakout. Not at this high. Whatever, we're doing it. Of course, I'm gonna get fucked on this directly after entry. Yo, from now I'm gonna stop listening to anyone. Because now I'm in trouble. I have to find or try to salvage my ass while I was in a great position with a great entry. Ugh. Grind long, yeah. He's talking to you. It needs to break this 500 level. If it actively breaks up out of the 68.5, we're gonna be in the money. Gonna be definitely in the money because then it's gonna teleport. Still think the 70,800 region would be a very interesting region to go to. Also liquidity wise. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm gonna stop trying to re-enter now. I've chosen my direction. This is my conviction, and let's roll with it, guys. Taking a bit of a guess in this. Come on! No, Vic, you can comment, just not on my trading. Don't worry, you're good. Come on. Thanks, man. You're welcome. I want to get slightly more profit out of this one, or at least I'm hoping that it's going to give me slightly more profit. I feel like it could retest the highs. If it rejects here, we're screwed. Yo, guys, again, no one ever gone broke taking profits. So, second time, up 140. Not a bad point to take profits, guys. Because we're rejecting 69, as it looks like. Can't go broke taking profits. I repeat, you can't go broke taking profits. So for the day, Bitcoin is at 0.114% up, while the average move has proven to be 1.7%. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's put the theory to the test. Reminder to all of us, including me, that we're watching someone else trade, likely because we want to copy some of his ideas and learn from him, not the other way around. That's fine, don't worry. Bitcoin is so aggressive today. Yeah. Bitcoin is full-blown PMSing. I want to see it hold this high. I don't like the fact that it keeps rejecting 69. It needs to take it with force sooner, better sooner than later. Nah, New York average range is 2.4% indeed. Guys, 350 people, 170 likes. Let's try to get at least 200 likes. I gave you 2 more than 150% profit setups already. I never reject 60. Oh, man. Why do I feel like I've seen this pattern before? At New York opening. It's almost a carbon copy of pre-New York pattern. Closed. We're rejecting. Let's see if we are indeed rejecting the range again. Because that would tell us that we go lower. Significantly lower. Well, it's going to repeat yesterday's pattern and goes in for air support. Good absorption of the shorts. Better than expected. Way better than expected, to be honest. It's actually holding with bearish pressure. Again, red volume, green candle. That's the first. Come on. Come on. It's holding too well. Wait, what am I seeing? How are they flipping these candles? Yo, are we dead ass? It's hovering. Just reject already. It saves me so much time. How is this? I'm trying to make sense of the moves I'm seeing and the change I see in my profit, because that one is, that's interesting as well. Now we're gonna go up. Why do people always text me with bullshit when it's important? I have. Liquidated. Why liquidated? We just made $150. Okay, back to 100. Okay, I'm gonna long. I'm gonna take profit at 70,400, and I'm not gonna touch it anymore, or 70,800, because I'm fucking done with this. Everyone can just stop texting me, calling me, whatever. I don't know how these people time this. Probably just gambling at this point. You know, why am I gambling? I go back to 100. I have been bullish all day. We're at a high interest level. Why is this gambling? My risk was managed. I gave back the profit I made. You know what? Get the fuck out of here. Guys, if people start talking bullshit, just ban them. I've taken it for long enough. Just get them the fuck out of here. I'm done with those people. I'm done with all the crap. I'm doing everything for free and to help people, man. Not to get headaches from random no-nos. just gambling. No, I see volume coming in, and I know that it's gonna go way against me, so I choose to cut it early and then switch direction because I expect that it moves out of the structure. That's what I'm doing. Crazy. It's not my day, guys. I had the fucking long from 86-1. Joke of the day, a man with no pants fears no pickpockets. That is interesting. So the original long was the play, I have to admit. Great entry. Was more than a great entry. 68-1. Would have been $350 profit right now. I get why people don't live stream trades. I truly get it, guys. Because everyone in chat is way better than the guy who's trading. So I don't think it's even needed to make. I don't think that there's much of a necessity for me to even do educational content. I have a chat full of people that know it. You know, so I don't need to do educational. I have world's best traders right here. How could you classify this as a top and the other one as a bottom? How can you classify this as a bottom? How can you classify this as a top? Look at where we came from, man. We've been dumping 1.5 days into this fucking range. It's a whole level. I enjoy the rants and the random education information a lot. It's a shame that some read. Yeah. Maybe we have to find a way to make shit more private, or I don't know. I'll have to look into it, how that we can do it. Because this in the long run, where people get liquidated. This shows it. This is aggregated trade. It's free to use too. It shows it in the gold and the purple. And this one is CoinGlass. So here are both links now. $200x right now, Geisha. That's the only way to try to achieve it in a day. And you still need to snipe entries, otherwise it's impossible. But yeah, that's why it's a challenge. Problem is, I'm not liking anything. I'm not liking the structure up. I'm not liking the structure down. I'm not liking the complete PA. I feel like cutting the trade, coming back tomorrow. Because this is... It gives nothing, man. It looks like the pivot point at 4 gave us a move up. So that the indicator theoretically should be right on the 4 hour. 4 hours not looking bad. It looks like it looks like it's holding. But this such an in-between range and such an in-between market. It's not that I'm not fresh, classics. It's that I'm trying to make sense of what's happening. And with the current market and the current setup, I can't make anything out of it. Maybe an idea? Yeah, it would be an idea. And at least people pay me to talk, to say stupid shit. Not much, but then, yeah. We're gonna see the leverage probably on the screen. It's now on 200x. Well, people can say a lot, but I went from... If I closed the first trade, like I said to everyone, you would be at 250. If you held the long, or the second trade, you would be at 400. And now with this trade, minus the loss, you would still be at $400-500. Even I'm at above 200 still. So, you can call it gambling or whatever. Double the money. Live streams are baby daycare for unemployed people. It's not a bad explanation, to be honest. Partially. Yeah, it's position sizing and exposure. And position sizing and exposure in the end determines what your risk is. If you do $2 trades on 200x or whatever, or yeah, it's irrelevant. Like in the end, leverage is used as a multiplier for the available port, and that is just mathematically wrong. Leverage should be to replenish exposure. So exceeding 100% of your port size, marketed it's not how you normally should manage any fund or whatever. Like we all do it, and we abuse leverage because that's what we're doing. We're abusing leverage. But you will see as soon as I start bigger challenges, like I'm now planning on doing 200k, or actually I want to do 500k to 5 million. That's why it's taking a bit longer. You're gonna see that it's completely different. With 500k, I'm gonna have position sizes 300-400k. So that's gonna be 5-6 Bitcoin. It's not gonna be 500k leverage 10 million positions, because that makes no sense. On 500k, 1 to 3 R is 5K loss or 10K loss and 15 to 30K gain. You don't need to do crazy stuff with ports like that because you will print money. If you manage well, take the right approach, it's a different game. It's a different beast. And that's what people tend to mess up. And then it's called gambling. But listen, I can take this $100 position approximately, oh man, thousands and thousands of times. That's the 30, 40, 50,000 times I could take it. Can you make a 525? The thing is, you can just scale it towards what I'm doing, my friend. I don't have to do lower. And I'm not going to do lower because in the end, it needs to be worth it for me as well, you know? Come on, let's break out of this range now. This is a good 5-second candle. If you debt with big port, you end like the guy in X. Well, somewhat. What do you mean? Why not just trade without the chat? I want to provide people with answers and education, and that keeps it entertaining as well. But they just, yeah. I swear, if people don't start every time I... $684, why not trade where was the VWAP to the low? Yeah. Twitch streams with subscriber only chat. Yeah, that might be a good one as well. But then everyone needs to pay $5 a month for Twitch subscription. I don't know. And you don't get organic growth or reach through Twitch. Jesus, learn how to speak. You don't gain organic traction through Twitch. Thank God I'm a trader, right? How many times you short today? I don't know. Shorted once. Didn't really work. $23 minutes till 4-hour close. We might see an increase, taking out the highs again. 4-hour candle is nicely holding above the lows. There's no reason to panic from this point here, guys. Again, nice profit. So if you value the money and you don't want to risk it again, this would be another very good close. If you listen to my closing points, you would be sitting at $500 port. Let's just hold. That depends on what I'm seeing. And it looks like another rejection yet again. So I'm not really convinced of holding yet, to be honest. It's reversing the whole 5-minute candle. Dun, 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 dun. Took partials at 534 or 535. You're welcome. That's what we're here for, right? In the end, it's about making profit and providing education and people learning something. I finished the 1K, 100K a month ago, I think. I did it in 21 days. Oh man, you're not gonna tell me that it's gonna compress it back into this range. Then I'm just gonna sit on the couch, watch TV, and come back whenever. You use exchanges like I am using Bank currently. Range movement, yeah, dreadful. It needs to take this equal high, otherwise we go back down again, which would be an absolute shame in my opinion. James Wynn, I remember. James Wynn is a walking meme, man. Yo, this market has so much effort to try to go up or go down, it's insane. The indicator on the right screen, it's something I'm building myself. It's not released yet, so as soon as I release it, I will notify you guys. It's just something I've been working on. Do you use brokers? What do you mean with brokers? I'm using exchanges. Not using MetaTrader or stuff like that. And the other thing on the right is alligator trade. See a short squeeze? We might actually see a short squeeze indeed. It would make sense. At least towards 70k. They're not gonna leave all this liquidity. 70.8 would make so much sense. If they reverse from here, that would be so stupid. Completely uncalled for as well. Absolute dreadful double top. Probably one of the most untradeable markets I've ever tried to trade. If it wasn't for you guys, I would just sit on my hands and come back whenever I felt like it. Because saving capital now until we have more of a confirmation of a bottom makes so much more sense. If it reverses again, I'm going to turn off my computer. Bro, start turning off your computer. I'm telling you now. Start turning off your computer. Because you're in for a treat. Watch them straight red, no green, pressure it down. Short the shit, trash. You can, if you can reach, you can probably. If you can reach, you can probably find my leverage. Someone's stacking orders. Told you that we're gonna completely reverse this move. Listen, guys, if this hits break even, I'm going to call it a day. Because then I have more than enough of this. Just so you guys know. Told you guys. I'm out to see you tomorrow. I was still there. This is for real the European Championship watching paint dry. Why is there mismanagement? I've got talked out of a position once today. But there hasn't been mismanagement. I closed one break even for my profits. Then I went into another position. There has nothing been mismanaged today, Lord Matthew. I gave back some of the profits. That's all I did. And as of now, Port is still above $200 in a profitable trade. But that might be on me. Now, if I mismanage, I'm. Oh, I might read it wrong. That's also a possibility. Sing about others. Oh no. Okay, my apology. I can't just want everyone because the thing is, if I start banning or people get, I just try to educate and I'm a big forefighter of freedom of speech and everyone can have his opinion. Like I said, I don't mind if people say, yo, I'm short here, but at least explain to me why you're shorting. Or I'm long and explain to me, and then we can have a discussion. Everyone can learn from it. Not just, it's gonna go down. Yeah, okay, whatever, you know. And maybe when it gets busier or we grow more, it will change. But for now, we're rolling with the punches. We're getting there. Don't worry, it will only get worse. You know, the thing is, probably yes. So I know it will get worse, but on the other hand, it won't get worse because then there's so much comments rolling in that I don't have time to read all of them anymore. And that's slightly my goal. Like if chat gets so busy, I can just ignore half of it. Pressure out of nowhere. Long seems definitely the way, but it also seems that the first, what is it, like 30 seconds of this candle chooses absolute destruction again. So that candle took 5 minutes to go up, and within the first 40 seconds, they did 0.35% move to the downside, which means it's a straight cliff jump. And that just, this is so tiring. Possible to get into this one if we break out. I don't know if it would be possible to get in. The thing on the right, it's alligator trade. It's this one. I think long is a good trade from where you have taken it. Price at VWAP from 59 low would come from it. Yeah, it would make sense. Would definitely make sense. Now, if you look at liquidity, we're stacked. 72.1 would be the ideal take profit. I don't know where that would put us. $72. Yeah, that would put us at 1K. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with it. The price struggles to go up. It struggles to go down. It just... Is there a chance of BTC going below 60K and make a lower high? There definitely is, but the question is when, you know? Are we going below 60K? I'm 90% convinced. When are we gonna do it? I don't freaking know. Yeah, data is gonna be important. Data is gonna be... They're gonna move on data, let's put it this way. Is this the squeeze or we're just gonna bore back into it again? No, it's bore back into it. Current balance, 220 bucks approximately. I can't. I can't take this anymore. Guys, I'm gonna end it here for today. It's an absolute dead range. There's no glory to be made here. Absolutely nothing. So curious what you started trading. What do you mean with what I started trading? First time here, greetings from Brazil and Portugal. Like your scalp technique, subscribe on Discord. Thank you, buddy. So everyone who was here for the first time, you should be at double your port minimum if you listen to me. I did my absolute best to make something out of it. We didn't suffer any losses, so everyone, port is protected, money is protected, risk was managed. 3 wins, 1 loss, but this, I'll give it 8 more minutes to after the 4-hour close, because the 4 hour is gonna close in 2 minutes. to see if we actually move then. If not, I'm gonna quit, because this makes no sense to sit here and just waste time basically. So we're gonna wait the 4-hourly close. But sometimes you just have to realize when it's not your day to trade. First pretty gain, yeah, but the 4 hours closing and it's fine, the auction tourist. You're someone I see here quite a lot, so that's why I didn't remove you. I was semi-surprised. I hope we pump when you're here. Me too. It's a good 4-hour close, to be honest. But this, look at these candles here. It tries to move down, but it's not moving up. New 4-hour opening, immediately red. Not even a wick to the upside. Not a single second of green in this new candle. It's trapped. It doesn't want to go up. It's not going down. It's absolutely doing nothing. It's just chilling and eating away brain cells. Is it gonna flip green? Oh, damn, look at that. Look at how compressed this range is. It's brain damage in a jaw. Oh, we move down, we move up, we move down, we move up. And then we do this for 10 hours until everyone is absolutely bored to pieces. Chad doesn't have too many brain cells to spare. Yeah, probably right. Oh, same bottom. Should we bounce? Ah, probably, yes, right. Because that's the pattern we're doing. If it would dump now, it would surprise me. Now, look at that. Look at that. The candles that it's forming on the 5 minutes, it's horrendous. Rejection, wick to the upside. Wick, 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 wick. Like, what do you want? You want to go up? Then go up. Stop rage baiting the whole world. There's zero technical There's no technical analysis on this. They call this pattern the brain dead. Just compression on compression on compression on. Yeah. And now it's gonna dump, I'm telling you. Now it's like, okay, never mind. We're gonna annihilate this new 4 hour immediately. No, I started with Bitcoin and altcoins. So I know stocks, I can trade other stuff, but I just don't like it. Or I like it even less. Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna end it here. I've seen enough. Thank you all. So if you paid attention, you more than doubled your money. We're back tomorrow. Nothing more we could do. Before you leave, hit the like button. Catch you all soon.